Hello, David Zaritsky from the Bond Experience. Welcome back. A few things have happened since the last time we saw each other. First of all, a little bit of excitement. Tom Ford gave us some exclusive information about the Spectre clothing that they supplied for Spectre. And it was a big wow moment, a huge frenzy. Heard that there were some limited edition things, only a few per store. We were also told to kind of reduce our noise behind it. It's amazing what the Bond fans can do as far as noise to a company. Lots of orders went in, but Tom Ford have asked us to really time our efforts in the noise and the voice out to the community to their media and PR efforts. And we're happy to do that because they've been a great partner of ours, and we're going to continue to do that. They're also going to help us to really achieve and obtain some of that clothing as soon as possible so we can show it to you, we can review it, we can break it apart and really enjoy it as much as possible. Lots of things. Tuxedos, polo shirts, the sold-in jacket, right? The sold-in jacket that everybody wondered who made this. Was it Matchless? It's Tom Ford. The pants, Tom Ford. There's a slew of other things. So we'll have whole slews of videos on that, hopefully some interviews. The other thing I want to announce is that we have an upcoming contest, which I'm not ready to tell you the details on, but it's exciting. A lot of the brands that are engaging with us, integrating with us, are supplying some amazing prizes. I mean, never before have we had this level of prizes. We're extremely excited, so that's going to be announced very soon. In addition to that, we have an upcoming video review on the Anthony Sinclair conduit suit. I know many of you have taken advantage of this. In essence, Anthony Sinclair has an amazing deal. I think it goes to July 30th or June 30th. Boy, that's a big range, David. Could you be more general? I think it is June 30th, actually. That is 700 pounds for the conduit suit, amazing shirt, pocket square, and a tie. You basically get the whole thing except for shoes. So Anthony Sinclair has done an amazing job connecting Bond people with the Bond moment, is doing it again. And speaking of Anthony Sinclair, we received something from them the other day, and that's what this video is about. So let me start by talking about this gentleman right here. That's not Daniel Craig. No, it's not. That is obviously Steve Mcqueen. Just a bit of a fashion icon, right? I mean, maybe a little bit borrowed from this guy with Daniel Craig and Quantum of Solace and other aspects. So, Steve Mcqueen, 1960s, Bullet, and in his personal life wore these particular shoes. And I know the camera person might be able to get it, but if we get too close, it gets way too blurry in the end. But you're going to see them up close anyway. Steve Mcqueen wore these Chukka boots in his personal life as well as in the movie. Now, as the lore goes, and it's always legend because nobody knows the fact, Steve Mcqueen wanted to use these personally for Bullet. They were comfortable. He wore them all the time in his personal life. Very much like Daniel Craig gets to pick out a lot of his clothing. The rest of his clothing from Bullet, he actually picked out from Sears. I don't know if you knew that, because he really wanted to look like that working man. But since we're talking about the shoes today, they are the Sanders in Snuff high top Chukka boot. And as you can see, made in England. Why are we showing these to you today? Why in such close proximity to this jacket, to this turtleneck, to the gun underneath, to the holster? Well, here's a little spoiler alert. If you don't want a spoiler, hit pause, just turn this off altogether. But Daniel Craig wears these with this outfit in no less than 4 different scenes towards a certain part of the Spectre movie. Now, there is some controversy before I even open these up and talk about this that I have to talk about. These have been identified but not confirmed. In fact, I have to tell you, when I tried to contact this company, they were totally unresponsive, not even a reply by email, which was a bit disappointing, but thankfully our friends at Anthony Sinclair, who get back to us toot sweet and have probably the best customer service I've ever seen, got back to us. But these are the ones that you see in a lot of the behind-the-scenes photo. Tom Ford also makes a similar one. Are these Tom Ford? Are these Sanders? We think they're Sanders because of the crepe sole. There's a lot of evidence to the crepe sole in doing this. So why don't we take a look and we'll get into some of the specifics. All right, well, let's take a look at these. So not a lot of pomp and circumstance as far as wrapping is concerned, so let's just try these on. First of all, let's get a little detail in here. You can see that it's got this really nice kind of snuff color suede. Doesn't make a lot of marks on it. It's pretty well made. And this has obviously an all leather lining. You can see where it says made in England. By the way, I got an 8.5 Great Britain size, which is about a US 9.5. It is slightly larger than my usual, but you're supposed to size up a little bit with these, and I do. So let's try them on. First of all, obviously, lace up very quickly. Right off the bat, these have almost a slipper feel, and you can see the crepe bottom there, which is inordinately thick and large. Now there's a good bounce that goes on here, and I dare say that the reason Craig and others and Jenny have picked this out is because of this sole. He does a lot of running around. Here's more spoilers around a certain government building, as well as a bridge, as well as maybe some air vehicle, and even a boat, which I know you've seen lots of pictures of that boat. So the reality is he uses this a lot. I'm sure it had to be something comfortable where he could do action scenes and run and feel pretty spiffy. These feel great. I mean, obviously, right out of the box, I've heard some stories where things feel a little tight, but it's only because they got them on their actual size. So you do want to, as I trip over the box, you do want to size appropriately up, maybe about a half a size. But these feel ridiculously comfortable. I don't know the final answer of the controversy. We do feel like these are the correct boots. I doubt highly that Crockett & Jones will come out of the woodwork, or Tom Ford will come out of the woodwork. They did one of these many, many years ago, but speaking to my Tom Ford folks, they didn't do it. This group did, so I would say feel pretty safe and clear, and again, you can get them from Anthony Sinclair. But you know what we do here at the Bond Experience? We don't just look and then pull the ripcord. No, we do things a little bit differently, so we are going to try these out. I'm going to bring them to work and see how comfortable they are. So you know what, let's meet right back here, right after work, and then we'll talk about it. That's all. Pretty simple. So one of the things I was like really curious about is how were these when driving, because some people said the heels would come up, etc. And so far so good, extremely comfortable. I'm not feeling the heels kind of pushing down like were reported by some people. So good and comfortable, and I'm not feeling that kind of push in the heels. So I'm liking how they're feeling, but we'll see by the end of the commute in. Okay, well, the commute in went extremely well. The shoes were very comfortable in the commute, really good for driving. Now let's see how they do in a full work day. Let's go to it. All right, I am magically back from work, and as you can see, I'm totally changing that original outfit that I had on days ago, because I don't want to throw off your continuity. Come on, folks, this is the movie magic. The shoes were very comfortable. You know, it's interesting, I'm glad I didn't go too big, because I would have felt a little bit of heel slippage, which would have done a lot of damage to my foot. The feet felt really good walking around the office. I have a decent commute, 35 to 45 minutes, and it was very comfortable driving. I've heard a little back and forth that some of the driving can be a little, but this was actually very comfortable. However, I do have one critical observation. And let me show you what it is. If you can get it, good luck. But you see the back heel? The back heel has already started to turn up and degrade. And this is that crepe sole. This is after one wearing. I wasn't too happy about that. Now I think a lot of this happened because of my commute. I drive a stick. I'm constantly going like this, up and down, and it's worn it off. But I would have hoped that it wouldn't have done that off of the first time. Now I'm a little nervous wearing this, quite frankly. I love the boot. I love it. I think it's great. It's super comfortable. But I think I'm going to be thinking about where and when I can wear it. But other than that, I give it thumbs up. So this is just one item. We'll talk about some of the things coming up as a surprise. In the meantime, this has been David Zaritsky for the Bond Experience. We'll see you very soon.